other stuff.
What's a thing that most people believe, like, people can do to spy on you? Like, most super paranoid people think is a thing that people can do to spy on you, but isn't actually really a thing or a big deal.
Oh, they can literally track you through your phone. I guess most people already knew that.
Wait, is that a thing that people should be concerned about or not should be?
I mean, they should be. As a fundamental problem with the current way we've structured the data in our world is that we've made the data owners like your phone company and Google.
Okay. I was basically trying to ask, what's like a privacy myth, pretty much?
A privacy myth. You have an expectation of privacy. Like, a lot of people are like, it's my right to be private and I'm blah, 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 blah. Like, actually, it's not. And the America, weirdly enough, we have freedom of speech. And there are a few, like, modern, countries that have freedom of speech built in. But we don't actually have, like, a lot of other countries have more explicit right to privacy stuff. And the American right to privacy is a combination of the, if I recall, it's the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 9th Amendments.
Okay. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, and what's funny is one of them is very new. So there's this, so there's the, like, no quartering soldiers in your house in the Constitution, right? That's pretty classy one. We all agreed that was pretty good after the Brits were like, yo, but what if you kept our soldiers in your house? So there's actually been a lot of interest in the fact that the way law enforcement currently uses data, technically your phone qualifies as a, like, police informant under the, like, same justification they used to fight the original law. Under the same justification they used to say, like...
Wait a minute. So they could say, if they're able to listen into your phone, they could say your phone is the informant, and that's why they're able to listen in?
Yeah, and it's against, and by extension, it's against no quartering soldiers in your house. Because now your phone counts as law enforcement and a soldier. That's a problem, is right now, this is an interesting thing around demilitarizing the police, right? Because, like, if the police are the military, then technically this applies, but if the police are law enforcement and it's more domestic, then it's harder to enforce because they're not military.
Okay.
The problem is because, and this is the most insane thing about why we need to defund and demilitarize the police, is the police don't just get weapons from the army, they get technology from the army. There's something called a Stingray, hold on, I gotta toast this boy.
Yeah, pommel him.
No, you're gonna die now. Oh, I got... if I recall, it's called a Stingray, and it's literally a, like, imagine a duffel bag sized box, or not even that big, like I guess a toolbox sized box.
Okay.
And what it does is it mimics a cell tower. It's basically a cell tower sized antenna.
Oh.
Because that's the funny thing is cell towers, like, they're big, but that's just to get them up away from other things. The cell tower itself is actually very small.
Are they using it so a cell phone would ping to that?
Yeah,
it will actually know stuff about it.
It acts like a pass-through. So if you're on, like, a public Wi-Fi,
oh no,
if you're on a public Wi-Fi network, any information you send over that network, this is what you see in every single, like, Google or YouTube ad about NordVPN or whatever, is any piece of information you send over that network can be snooped, because anyone who has access to the network can see any other packets, because it treats it like a big switch. What they don't realize is that the same thing is true for the phone networks. The only difference is that the cell towers typically are controlled by a company, so it's not as easy to snoop. But because of these pass-through boxes, it ends up in the same situation. And a lot of the times, VPNs will still enable you to do that. You can use a VPN over a cell network. It'll help protect a lot of your data. But it doesn't change the fact that if you're sending your data to Google, Google still has your data. It doesn't matter that you encrypted it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, law enforcement can do this, and they can do it without a warrant, and the way it works doesn't actually target individual phones. So unintentionally, a bunch of people's information can get swept up.
Yeah.
And they can find all sorts of information in this in addition to the person they might be actively targeting.
Yeah, that's kind of awkward.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know if this really falls under your myth question, but there's just like a lot about the way the police are and why I'm actually really happy that we're having this conversation around demilitarizing the police. Because...
Okay.
Yeah, I was just trying to buy my teammates some time, because I'm actually... Reinhardt's weirdly fast when you know how to use a booster pack. Because the problem is that the police aren't just infringing on your civil liberties physically. There are all sorts of other, like, death by a thousand cuts ways that our police, modern police, continuously infringe upon our privacy in ways we don't even actually know about.